Hi there, Sharon here. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom, Supersize Your Business. And today we are on day 17 of our Supersize Your Business challenge. We're on the SOAP framework. We're talking about the SOAP framework, see coffee, that we came up with in 2020 to help us get through any challenge, any setback, any problem, any roadblock, any obstacle. And in 2020, I don't know about you and your life and your businesses, but mine were facing massive roadblocks. And I had to figure out, well, how am I going to keep moving forward? What am I going to do? People that did that continued to thrive and survive and actually grow and supersize during the pandemic. Those that didn't, maybe they got some stuff done around the house, which is a good thing, don't get me wrong, but millions of businesses actually shuttered and closed for good because of the pandemic. So SOAP framework helped me and thousands of other people to survive that and thrive in a crazy, chaotic time that I don't think any of us really could have imagined. So step 4 of our process is progress. How do we know we're filling the gap between where we are and where we want to be? And for our businesses, to me, it's really simple because so many things are absolutely positively measurable. Now, the thing I picked to work on is a 6-month challenge I'm personally involved in for a school community. My goal is to have $10,000 MRR, monthly recurring revenue, in that school community before the 6-month mark. How do we go about doing that? Lots of different ways. I'm sure I'll talk about it throughout this year because it's a fun case study and it's a great way to set an example for other people. Hey, you can start something new. You can start something new on the side and you can create $10,000 a month for you, just like I am, right? So how do we measure that? We want to, as part of knowing if we're making progress or not, be able to measure it. Well, it's pretty simple and pretty easy for me to look at daily income, daily receipts, and total for the month and know if it's $10,000 or not, or if it's trending upwards, because that's what we always want. I did this little graphic. I don't even remember when I did it now, but it shows where we start and where we want to be success. And then these are each of the different areas and aspects of our life that impact that. But these are actually what the real growth looks like on a day-to-day basis. You know, sometimes you make a step forward, and then the next day you might make a couple steps backward. Then you make another step forward. Then you might blow something up and have to start all over. But that's just inherent in building and supersizing and growing our business. It's the nature of the beast. Or sometimes a global pandemic will come down the road, blow everything up, and you have to rethink and redo everything. Hopefully we don't have any more of those coming down the pipe. So we want to pick a way to measure if we know we're making progress toward the problem. Are we solving the problem and filling that gap? And we need to decide today and pick one way to measure it. I picked 3 because that's what I do. I picked MRR, which is monthly recurring revenue, churn, which means, well, number of new members, and then churn percentage, because I want to know how many new members are coming in. It's not directly related to revenue because I've got a freemium model for my school community, but it does help me know that if people are willing to say yes to coming into the free community and they find value there, they are much more likely to say yes to one of our premium tiers or VIP tier. All right, I'm going into way too much detail on my thing. So your thing today is to say, okay, this is the challenge that I am trying to overcome. I told myself the story of where I am and where I want to be. Now, how do I measure as I'm moving toward that? And I, of course, do not expect it to be in a straight line. Wouldn't that be awesome if we identified something, we did one thing, and it just immediately fixed itself? When I use this framework for problems that come up, that happens. It happens. It doesn't take me a week or 2 weeks or a month or 2 years to figure it out and solve it. I do it right away. That's why we take action. That's why it's one of the first steps. And I do it in maybe 30 to 45 seconds, right? I don't spend a ton of time and energy on that. What's the advantage of that to me as a business owner? It means I fix things that are broken, which is really important, especially to our customers and our internal customers and our organization, the other people on my teams. Secondly, I try to demonstrate that I don't waste time and energy on things that maybe don't really matter. Now, if this is a big core values mismatch thing, that really matters. And so we want to spend more time and energy on it. We want to pull the SOAP framework up and actually consciously go through each of the steps. I should share a worksheet for that. Would that be valuable? If it would, put worksheet in the comments below, because then you just have something you can pull up and just write on it each of the 4 steps, boom, and that would get you going through it faster. Let me know if that would be helpful or of value. I just do it on a piece of paper if I need to write it down, but I think that that might be a good tool. All right, any questions about this? All we're going to do is share one thing that we're going to do today, or measure, one way we're going to measure in the comments below. Why? Because I want to help other people get ideas of how they might measure the thing that they're trying to do. Now, I'm not assuming we all have the same problems, because we don't, but guess what? You would be surprised how many of the same exact problems we all do have. All right, if I can help you in any way, ask. Otherwise, have an awesome day, and I will, of course, be with you tomorrow.